Yay, it's Friday!
Friday, getting down on Friday.
That means we get to talk about the newest episode of WandaVision. Welcome back, movie watchers. Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. If you guys love to watch movies and WandaVision, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and click that notification for more up and coming videos. Today we're talking about the 6th episode of WandaVision. This review will include spoilers, so if you have not seen this episode, skip it and then come back and check out this review. The last episode, episode 5, biggest spoiler and biggest cliffhanger I've seen in a show in a long time is that Quicksilver returned, but it was Evan Peters from the X-Men franchise instead of Aaron Taylor Johnson. Wanda was a little bit taken back, but she welcomed him into her home. This new episode, I absolutely loved it. I think this is one of my favorite sitcoms of any of the Wanda episodes. We had kind of like Malcolm in the Middle, which I grew up on. I watched a lot of Malcolm in the Middle. The title sequence and the names for it felt very reminiscent of Malcolm in the Middle, and they had actually some of the characters talk to the camera, more so Wanda's two kids. But cool Uncle P is now in the house and he is teaching them how to shotgun soda and play video games with them, and he wants to take them out for Halloween alongside Wanda. Vision wants to patrol the neighborhood, but really he secretly wants to figure out where the edge of the town is because he's starting to realize that things aren't right and Wanda has these powers and she's starting to control certain things. So he's very curious about what is going on. He kind of gets towards the end of the town, the street that the kids are not allowed to pass, and everybody's kind of like frozen. And he runs into Agnes and she seems off, and he touches her head and is able to fix her mind, and she wakes up and she said, "Are you here to help us? You're an Avenger." And then she asks if she is dead, and he goes, "No, why would you say that?" And she says, "Because you're dead." He doesn't know what an Avenger is. He doesn't know that he died in Infinity War. It's all kind of shocking to him. And so then he goes to the edge of town and finds the barrier and walks through it, and then he starts to kind of disappear. And Wanda knows that he is going through the barrier, so she starts to extend this energy field, and it starts to suck up everything that is near this town and turn it into her own reality. What's cool about this episode is that they have their comic book costumes. Wanda, Vision, Quicksilver, and her two kids as well. They have their classic comic book costumes, and I love that. They are distinct to that character, but they really wouldn't fit today. And it's cool that they got to have a chance to wear these costumes for a Halloween episode. We also have our 3 other main characters, Jimmy, Monica, and Darcy. And they're confronting the director of S.W.O.R.D. after the events in episode 5, and he wants to take down Wanda, but they're trying to explain that if you take down Wanda, she's only going to attack. That's only going to upset her. But the 3 of them try to infiltrate S.W.O.R.D. and figure out ways that they could help Wanda. And so that's all being mixed in with the sitcom, and Vision trying to enter the real world and not Wanda's reality. I think every episode it leaves with this huge cliffhanger, and I'm always wanting to know what's going to happen with the next episode. And this one does that fairly well, but it's not the strongest of cliffhangers for me. Like, I like big character reveals or reveals about Westview, and though we get to the extension of this energy field, I think it is going to lead into something pretty cool in the next episode. Though I would say it's not my favorite reveal of the episodes, but it is a strong episode. I loved how light it felt, and I love Evan Peters in here. He is so cool. I loved him in the X-Men franchise, but here as the cool uncle, I can't wait to see if they continue to have him in the other episodes, because there's only 3 left. It's so crazy, and I hope that he gets to be in there a lot. Wanda starts to question him a little, and he kind of disregards questions and throws the questions back at her. Like, she asks him, "What happened to your accent?" And he says, "What happened to your accent?" And so he's not really saying how he got there. He's kind of playing around these questions. And it leaves this big mystery around Quicksilver. Is it actually her brother? Or is it just somebody from the outside world that looks like her brother, and they put him into Westview to play the brother. I don't know what's gonna happen. Did she just bring him back from the dead? Is this all in her mind? I don't know what's gonna happen, and that's what I love about WandaVision, is that it's so mysterious. It makes me a little bit worried to check out Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because I know that's gonna be a good series. It's gonna be action packed, but I don't think there's gonna be a big mystery around each episode and a big cliffhanger at the end. So WandaVision is setting these expectations really high for the next upcoming Disney Plus series like Loki and Hawkeye and Miss Marvel. Though I am looking forward to them, I don't know if they'll have these big cliffhangers, these big reveals, this big mystery surrounding each episode the way that Wanda does. Because WandaVision is such a unique series with the way that it is structured and the way that it presents its story. I'm afraid that the other ones just won't be as intriguing as this series. I absolutely love WandaVision. When it comes to Thursday and then it hits Friday at midnight, I'm so excited to sit down and watch WandaVision. I get really tired leading up to it, but I pushed through it and I watched the episode. I pushed through it and I watched the episode, and I always end up having a really good time. So this is such a fun episode. Like I said, felt like Malcolm in the Middle. That kind of early 2000s sitcom, it just felt like that, and I absolutely love it. I love seeing the costumes. Vision is starting to become more worried about what is going on and questioning a lot of things, and it really makes Wanda be like the villain of this episode. She is dealing with grief, and she's lonely. They have her and her brother have this kind of conversation about what had happened and how she felt alone and how she created Westview. It's a way of her dealing with Vision's loss and what she actually wanted. She wanted a family. She wanted to have kids. She wanted to have a life with him, and she didn't get that. And so she's creating it in Westview, but it's threatening the outside world. And it may not be exactly how she wanted it to be, but she got it. And we'll see what happens with it at the end, if Wanda becomes something much more stronger and more villainous towards the end, or will she start to realize certain things, Twins be able to get out of Westview and be part of the Avengers maybe down the road? Will Agnes have a much bigger role? I don't know. I'm really looking forward to everything that comes forth with the next couple episodes. Only 3. I'm so excited to see what the season finale will be like, and hopefully they have another season down the road. But I am looking forward to the next couple episodes and seeing what happens. I'm going to go ahead and give this episode of WandaVision a B+. Thank you guys for checking my review for the 6th episode of WandaVision. Have you guys seen it? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for 3 more WandaVision reviews. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.